Okay, today we will be talking about the NHL standings in the Eastern Conference. Now, this is my first video, as you may know. It's the only one on my YouTube channel right now. So just tell me what you think about it, and I will change it because I want to do what's best for you. Now, let's get into it. The Atlantic Division is the one we'll start off with, and by no one's surprise, the Tampa Bay Lightning are in first. Kucherov, amazing player, dirty angles. Vasilevsky, not good at Russian names, you'll find that out. It took me like a month to know. I'm not even going to try and say it. I'll just say Columbus Blue Jackets goalie, and you probably know who I'm talking about. But back to the standings. Yeah, Stamkos, amazing. Point, amazing. I feel like I could just say every name on the Tampa Bay Lightning's roster and it will just be amazing. So, the Toronto Maple Leafs. No, I'm not going to talk about John Tavares, okay? Fair enough. But I will talk about the guy who they just picked up yesterday, and that's Jake Muzzin. 29 years old, he's going to help the Leafs on the blue line, which they need. They need help on the blue line a lot. So, yeah. The Leafs are in second right now. And, actually, personally, I'm kind of surprised that usually they hang out around third or fourth. So, being second this year, that's pretty good. And, talking about third, I don't think anyone was expecting this. At least I wasn't. The Montreal Canadiens. Wow, they really did battle through it. You know, Shea Weber, he was out for a long time. Carey Price, he's still a great goaltender, don't get me wrong, but he's been through a lot of injuries, and he's still phenomenal and can really help out the team. Konami, man, I think the Montreal Canadiens did pick up a really good player in the draft. You know, Konami. You know, as he still is young, he's gonna develop more too. That's the thing. And of course, Max Domi. Wow. It really does show that just the team, changing teams can make you so much better. You know. I am gonna say a lot. And I'm going to try and fix myself about that. But the Montreal Canadiens, great team. Do I see them as a playoff team though? Not really. I'm sorry, Montreal Canadiens fans. I don't see the Montreal Canadiens being a team in the playoffs. You know, they have the right players. They just, okay, maybe they might make playoffs, but they're not going to have a deep run. The Boston Bruins, though, man, they do really well. Almost always, Pasternak, Bergeron, Tuukka Rask, Zdeno Chara, man, he's big. I can see Boston moving up to the third place spot and Montreal moving down a little bit. Now, the Buffalo Sabres, no one was expecting this. They got Rasmus Dahlin, first overall pick. But, they've kind of dropped off from where they used to be. They're not as good as they used to be, still a great team. I don't see them making a playoff, so if they go back to when they had those, that long win streak, then maybe yes, but if they keep playing like what they're playing now, it's a rough Atlantic Division, and there's many teams fighting for it, and I don't see them making it. They might, though. I'm usually wrong. The Florida Panthers, man, to me it looks exactly like last season. You know, rough start. And the thing is, Florida, you can't do this again. You saw last year, you were so close. You had such a great end of the year. You were so close to the playoffs, but you missed by 1 point. You have to have a good season throughout the season. That's the thing. So, do I see Florida making the playoffs? It's still really early in the season, kinda. But right now, not really. And then the last two teams, I don't see them making playoffs no matter what. They're in a rebuild. First, the Detroit Red Wings. And Jimmy Howard, he might be out at the trade deadline, which isn't good news for the Detroit Red Wings. You could get solid picks for him, but yeah. Larkin though, pretty good, and if you heard that was my sister, I'm pretty sure. And then, last and least of the Atlantic Division is the Ottawa Senators. Man, they got a top 10 pick, which, if you don't remember what happened last year, you might think, wow, great, we're gonna get a great start, but I'm sorry, but that starts out to Colorado, because when you picked up Duchesne, you gave them your pick, which, the Leafs also gave up their pick for Muzzin, who they recently picked up. And now on to the Metropolitan Division. Actually, one more thing on the Atlantic, I'm sorry. Jumping all over the place, but it's only 33 points that separate the Ottawa Senators from the Tampa Bay Lightning. You may think, oh, that's not that far. Ottawa and Detroit, they still have a chance, but I mean, you look at the top four, Lightning, Leafs, Canadiens, and Bruins, it's gonna be hard. They're gonna really need to fight, and they're gonna have to have a miracle on like the Buffalo Sabres did. Now into the Metropolitan Division. The New York Islanders in first. And I don't think anyone was expecting less out of the New York Islanders. You lose a star like John Ferris, and wow. At first I thought this might be the end for Matthew Barzal, Too much pressure, he's too young, But he's doing really well on an Islanders team that's doing really well, and mainly because of Edmonton, It's Matthew Barzal supposed to be in Edmonton anyway, same with Beauvillier, and of course Eberle was a Edmonton Oiler. So those are great players on the New York Islanders that they got from the Oilers. The Capitals. Now, there's been a lot of talk about the Capitals as Ovechkin will not be in the next game as he decided to quit the All-Star game. Now, I have a question. Leave your suggestion or what you think in the comments below, but do you think it's fair to just, if you miss the All-Star game, or if you don't decide to go in it, you miss the next game of your team? Me personally, I don't think it's fair. I think it's actually a good thing. Ovechkin is stepping down, which is allowing new stars to come in, stars that, this is their first time. So I think that was a good decision. And, Ovi wants to step down and take a little break. And third is the Columbus Blue Jackets. As I told you before, I'm not going to try and pronounce their goalie's name. I could barely even speak English at the moment. But the Blue Jackets, man, they're definitely making a playoff spot. And it's exciting to watch them, Artemi Panarin, Russian name, I said it right, pretty proud of myself, leave a like because of that, and they're doing what most people expected pretty well. Another team that does really well, and most people hate them for it, the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Pittsburgh Penguins are in fourth. If they win the cup again, I'm kind of done with the whole Pittsburgh winning the cup thing. It's over. Like, let other teams get in, but I don't think they're gonna let that happen. The Penguins, they're always a cup contender. They have been since Sidney Crosby joined the league. So, yeah, I see them making the cup, which I think everyone is. Not actually, like, making the cup, but, like, making the finals. Lord Stanley made the Stanley Cup. Fun fact. Anyway, the Carolina Hurricanes. Sebastian Aho, amazing player. Fairland, amazing player. Might leave at the trade deadline, though. Gave up Cam Ward and Scott Darling. So yeah, but right now they're fighting with the Penguins right now, and I'm excited to see who wins that fight. I always like looking at teams that are in the playoff spot and teams that are out of it and just watching them battle. It's especially fun when the two teams face each other because, that's going to be a good game. Sixth, the New York Rangers. Not as good as the other New York team, the New York Islanders, but they're going through a rebuild. So I really want Lundqvist to win the cup, and I think everyone can agree with it. No matter if you hate the Rangers or not, you want Lundqvist to win the Stanley Cup. He deserves to hoist the cup. And if he stays with the Rangers, I don't see it happening in his career. And so, I don't know, Lundqvist might request a trade, but he really does like New York, and cup or not, he's a Hall of Famer. No doubt about it. Next, the Philadelphia Flyers, another team with another player might be going at the trade deadline, and it's a pretty good player. It's Wayne Simmons. So, yeah, they're losing a key part of their team. 30-year-old Wayne Simmons still got it. He can still do pretty well. He can still rip Gino. So, great players on the team. Carter Hart, he's still in. If you didn't know, I am a Winnipeg Jets fan, and the Flyers just beat my Winnipeg Jets. So, but last in the Metropolitan, New Jersey Devils. I mean, last year, they weren't expected to make the playoffs. They weren't expected to do that well. Taylor Hall, though, I mean, I feel like the pressure of being the MVP is on him. So, it's going to be an interesting season. It's 18 points between the Islanders and the Devils. So, I mean, anything could happen. Next thing you know, you wake up and there's a Devils for the spot and the Islanders down in 8th. So, tell me what you think is going to happen, and the Pacific and Central divisions I'm going to upload today. So I'll see you then. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.